up in Zimbabwe. Africans are liberate Zimbabwe. Pioneer liberate Zimbabwe. No more internal power struggle. Yes, we come together, overcome the little trouble. You see, soon we'll find out who is the real revolutionaries. Yes, I don't want my people to be contrary. And brother, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're so right. We gonna fight, we gonna fight, we gonna fight, we gonna fight, we love to fight, we gonna fight, fighting for our rights. Set it up in a Zimbabwe, not in my shit in a Zimbabwe.
And this is the moment, this is the birth of a new country.
I, Robert Gabriel Mugabe, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Zimbabwe and observe the laws of Zimbabwe. So help me God.
It's an historic moment for the country, Rhodesia becoming Zimbabwe, with all that means for the future. There are people in this country who have fears for the future, and some of them have doubts. Many have great hopes. The black population have great expectations of the government they've elected to power. And whether these are going to be fulfilled is the big question that confronts them now.
Mr. Mugabe, in all his public utterances so far, has done nothing other than create confidence.
Yes, he has.
I feel a lot of whites who had doubts are now beginning to think that their doubts were unfounded.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will ensure that there is a place for everybody in this country. And those who have talked about the possibility of personal and other properties being nationalized, being seized, well, have not read us correctly. We will not do any such thing.
The dismissal of Joshua Nkomo, universally known as the father of black nationalism in Zimbabwe, has opened up the deepest split in Zimbabwe's politics.
Can I put it to you bluntly? Were you or the Patriotic Front involved in a coup d'etat attempt to overthrow the government?
Robert Mugabe and his party know that we were not. I'm too honest a person to do that type of thing, and he knows it.
Mr. Mugabe used to preach the gospel of reconciliation. Not anymore. His new approach is tough and uncompromising. He accuses Mr. Nkomo's ZAPU party of recruiting and feeding the rebels who've kidnapped, pillaged and murdered.
A message came to us that the house had been raided by very angry 5th Brigaders, which is a special brigade that is controlled directly by him.
Mugabe is aware of what is happening, and it seems that he's behind what is happening.
The beatings, the killing, the torture is unbelievable, unbelievable. And these people will play it off. People are being taken daily at night, and they disappear forever. And those who are taken to police camp, the stops camp in Bulawayo, the torture that goes in.
Mr. Mugabe's government has been anxious that as many whites as possible stay in Zimbabwe, because the country needs their money and it needs their skills. And so white lifestyles have been left largely undisturbed.
The land seizures continue, even though many of them are illegal. the government's making it plain that it wants whites out.
About 100 of them came up to the house with their sticks singing their songs and that and demanding to see me. Obviously I kept my head down and didn't go out to see them.
We can't see a future, and that's why we're going.
We really feel we're not wanted here. Yeah, no, not at all.
Crippling inflation, running now at 11 million%, is just one of the problems facing this country.
So what can your family spend their money on in a month at the moment?
Basic foods, you just buy what you can.
And that is what exactly?
Meal, some bit of meat if you're lucky to get it. And that meat will be made with no cooking oil, just water, salt. People are surviving through the grace of God, definitely, because nobody knows what's going on now.
It's only 2 years since a badly beaten Morgan Tsvangirai emerged from prison here. Many of his supporters have been tortured or killed during their long struggle for democracy.
I, Morgan Richard Tsvangirai, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Zimbabwe.
Call it a marriage of inconvenience, a shotgun wedding for Zimbabwe's odd couple.
Morgan Tsvangirai, the Prime Minister, very frustrated that he still doesn't have the real control that he thought he would get. Robert Mugabe still in control of the security, the police and so on.
Zimbabwe's President Robert Mugabe has said he'll stand for re-election if he's nominated by his ZANU-PF party. Mr Mugabe, who has led the country for 30 years, will be almost 90 when his current term ends in 2013.